Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about 3 things that Tumblr and Instagram get wrong about Virgo, and I'm really excited about this video. I work with a Virgo, so I have a lot to say about this. Quick update before we go into the video. I am now on Patreon, and I do offer, if you donate $1 a month, I offer little mini astrology readings and tarot oracle readings. I offer horoscopes, exclusive content, things about transits. If you donate like $1, you get 1 question answered about astrology a month and 3 questions about tarot. If you donate $3, you get 3 questions about astrology, 5 about tarot, and then if you donate $10 a month, you get unlimited questions with me, so you can just pretty much ask me about your whole chart. Get a whole free reading for $10 and free tarot stuff and all that good stuff. I'm a beginner with tarot, but I've been doing astrology since 2014. So I just felt like it was an affordable way to have a platform that takes off less pressure on both people. So yeah, so check out my Patreon. I will leave a link in the bio. 3 things that Tumblr and Instagram get wrong about Virgo. The first thing that I have to go into, because I feel like this is like the most regurgitated, watered down stereotype, and don't get me wrong, I feel like obviously there are some reasons for why this is said, but overall I feel like it's just kind of lazy astrology. And it's that everyone's always saying Virgo is the most organized zodiac sign, the neat freak, the OCD or perfectionist, which for the record, no one should ever be saying like OCD about zodiac signs, because that's like an actual psychological mental thing. We shouldn't establish or like attach things like that to zodiac signs.
Change.
Thanks. So yeah, everyone's always saying that Virgo is just this most organized creature. They always have everything together. They're always so like just put together. Everything is just always perfect, much. And I'm not saying like Virgo isn't an organized or responsible person. Like they typically are responsible in some sense, whether that's with work or with their family. But Virgo, like they want to be good at everything, but most of the time they they a mess. And I say that with love. I feel like they're actually like, they want to be very like perfectionists. They want to be organized. They're constantly maybe striving to be organized, but I feel like it's also very more about them being passionate versus them being overly meticulous. I feel like they're very all or nothing. So for example, someone could be very perfect at work, and very like on top of all the standards, make sure that everything is like up to par, and then go home and the house is a mess, because like they're just very all or nothing. I guess that's more about what I wanted to say. Like they're very all or nothing. They can't be lukewarm about something. If they're gonna do something, they're just going to do all like it the right way. They don't see the point of half assing it. I don't know, how can I say that on YouTube? I don't know. They can't really do things halfway. They have to just do it or not at all. I don't think like if you meet a Virgo and you go to their house, like everything is gourmet and everything is like 10 stars and like everything is immaculately clean and spotless. Like no, they're people. Like they're not robots. And I feel like we kind of dehumanize them a lot of the time when we talk about Virgo, because I think maybe Virgo intimidate other signs. Like it's easy to see someone who's very on top of stuff, and it can make you, if you don't feel secure with yourself, very inadequate. And I get like that maybe is why people feel some sort of way about Virgo, and that's just, yeah, so that's why I just don't agree with constantly saying that Virgo is like organized, super meticulous. I see some points of that to be true, but I don't see like that as their personality trait. Like, I'm sorry. And then the second fact about Virgo that I think a lot of people get wrong is that Virgo is cold. They're bossy. They're kind of just robotic. Like they don't have feelings. Like they're too cool for feelings. They don't have them, and they don't, let me make this clear. They don't want to have them, but they do, and they like are very emotionally sensitive. They can in fact be incredibly nurturing, but they're selective with who they decide to do that for or be that for. Like, they're not going to just overly extend themselves to everyone. And I think this might stem from the fact that they are so naturally intuitive to their surroundings that maybe growing up they were taken advantage of a lot or felt drained a lot by people, because they may have been going out of their way to constantly like help everyone. And I think eventually they had to put up a wall or something to protect themselves, and now they're just very selective with who they decide to give that energy to, because it is a lot of energy that takes away from them. And I feel like they are kind of, again, reduced to being very dehumanized in the zodiac. And I feel like it's because people don't understand someone who doesn't have large displays of emotions, and they aren't over the top, and they're not flamboyant. They're just very like grounded. They're the most grounded. I mean, like, they're mutual, but you know you know what I mean. They're I feel like out of the earth signs, Virgo and Capricorn would probably be a tie. Sorry, Taurus. But yeah, I just feel like that is a misconception. I definitely feel like Virgos have emotions. I just feel like it takes a lot for them to feel comfortable with expressing it. And even when they do, they might not express it in the same way that you do, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they don't feel the same way. So, and then a third misconception about Virgo, I think that Virgo like loses patience with people easily, or that like they don't really care about people. I feel like because they're a mutual sign, we kind of chalk mutual signs up to being like players and just like dropping people easily, or like kind of pushing people away. And again, I don't think this is true. I've seen Virgos who are so nurturing and so tolerant of their surroundings, even when people in their lives aren't that great for them. Like, I've seen them literally sacrifice their time, their money, their energy just to please people. I feel like when they've decided you're worth their time, it's very hard to convince them that you're not. And I feel like it can be detrimental to them at times, because Virgos don't like to be wrong, because most of the time they spend a lot of time working on themselves and improving themselves and reading situations around them. They don't want to waste their time. They don't want to waste their energy. So it's like, if they spend a lot of time on someone and they're investing in someone, they don't want to be wrong. Like, they would rather just continue doing it instead of be wrong. And I feel like that's kind of their weakness at times, because like that's where Virgo gets taken advantage of. And I feel like everyone doesn't really see that, because everyone's so focused on Virgo being tough and Virgo being like this hard shell that just does everything perfectly. And it's just, they're not robots, guys. Like, I don't understand all this. Completes my video. Please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell on to get all of my updates. I post new videos every Sunday and Thursday, and yeah, I will see you in my next video.